Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can see you. I can hear you all the
Excellent.
way from New Zealand, where it's already tomorrow. And we all want to believe in a better tomorrow, Liz. And you're already there, so it's already a better tomorrow. And it's also the first day of spring in New Zealand, right?
Oh, is it?
I
What's
think
the
it
day
is.
today?
Well,
Well,
today's
when
the
does spring
last day.
just started I thought spring just started in September. I was already operating on spring mode.
Well,
But
today
is
is the
it
final day of summer here in America. Therefore, it's the last day of winter in New Zealand, I think.
what makes it like what makes the 22nd or the 21st the last day of summer?
I don't know. You just Google it. I think Google sets it up. Don't they control everything now?
Yeah, they control the seasons. It's too much.
Yes,
Too much.
exactly. So, do you want to play a song for us, and then we'll chat a little bit? Is that, or is it too early? Do you need more coffee?
I've been up for a little while trying to trick my brain into thinking it's later. I can play a song. I'm ready whenever.
All right. The new album, which is wonderful, is called Jump Rope Gazers, and I love it. What song are you going to play from it?
I'm gonna try and play attempt to play I guess maybe I'm not getting excited.
Let's
Um
let's do it. I'm
okay.
excited
Here,
about it. All
can
right,
you
I'm
hear the
going to turn
guitar?
my camera. Yes, I can. I'm going to turn my camera around so that I'm not, and I'm going to let you go, and then I'll flip it back around when you're done. Okay?
Sick. Thank you. Yeah, here we go. Not getting excited, cause the thrill isn't mine to invite in. Just a chill when I learn that it's finally my turn. I finally earned my place in the end, and I take a pull. But I keep my hands soft, I keep my body limp, and I move with the wind. I'll go where it bends, and let go of the expectations. I'm not getting excited, cause the light on my phone's got me hiding. When it flashes at night, it's to bring up signs I can see through my eyelids. I know that it's time, and I hold it all. But I keep my hands soft. All the answer in asking, my thoughts are a wrecking. There's no point in taking the thought from the action I'm awake. What is it like the other side, where all my vital signs are fading away? My only dreams keep me awake. I wear the same face in the morning. Warning. This is normally a guitar solo. Not getting excited, cause my fight and my pride are divided. And so I don't enthuse, keep my grip on joy loose, and I wait for the news with my feet in my shoes, and I lose it all. Wait one foot out the door. When I smile, I lie with my eye inside, so I agree with goodbye, I agree with goodbye, goodbye. But what does it make the other side, where all my vital signs are fading away? My dreams keep me away. I wear the same face in the morning. Warning, warning. Sorry, I got you at the trick ending. It's a cruel prank.
No, actually, what I was doing is, as I was talking to listeners before you popped on, I'm kind of a technical idiot, and I saw a question thing at
What?
the bottom of my thing, and I'm like, oh, fumbling with the phone, and I flipped it around by accident. So It's a wonder that we're even on the internet together. This is truly a miracle that I figured it out.
I don't know how it works. It might be magic.
It is. That was great. That's the first song on the new album, Jump Rope Gazers, which and I know you've been asked about this, but I got to ask it too. Is that phrase, Jump Rope Gazers, is that something native to your culture or part of the vernacular? Does it refer to something specific, or is it what is it?
I just made it up.
Okay. What does it mean to you then?
It's like just made it up from my brain. It has like, I don't know, it's got like a meaning in my head. But it sounds stupid when I explain it. But it's, you know, it's vaguely to do with like two people and a rope. Actually, that sounds really bad. No.
Well, I don't know. Now let me try. Is it perhaps a reference to distance? You're both fulfilling a task, and you're together, but you're apart, and you're not the one jumping. So therefore, you're watching. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. This is the thing. Every person I talk to about it has like their own kind of way of interpreting it, and they all are really great. But that's essentially it's basically like kind of like two people who are like connected by something, but also like you're also apart as well at the same time. So it's yeah, distance is a big thing on this record.
All right. Can you just, when you do the deluxe edition, can you just put my quote somewhere on the back of the jacket or something that I've explained what it means? Just
the definition.
So
we'll do it like yeah.
This album to me has sounds and songs that show more sides to you guys, which, you know, I mean, if you're a band, you want to evolve and try different things. And I'm curious, when you went for some stuff that was a bit more quieter and perhaps a bit more, it has more flavors to it, if you will, was that something that you went in wanting to do, or it just sort of happened?
Kind of both. I think like with the first album, I think there's a sense of like getting really comfortable with like the core of your identity, and that's kind of what we were doing. And like you know, so all the songs were like kind of within what we kind of like viewed ourselves as, like, which is like the songs are like upbeat and kind of fast and energetic, and there's like variation within that, but it was really nice to kind of I don't know, just have like one album that's like, this is what we kind of, how we view ourselves as a band. And then once you've done that, it makes you, I think, a bit more comfortable. So that's what we were on album 2. It's just, we're still the same band, but like, and this is it's wild because like, it's still a rock band, like, and it's just like some of the songs are slower and like slightly quieter. It's like,
right. I mean, yeah, and it's such a great record. I love it, and I don't want people to think that you've done like a 20-minute song on side 2 about you know, elves or something. It's just, you know, there are more colors on the palette, if you will. And I also think that when you look at how you put together your set when you play live, now you have more of an arc, if that makes any sense, right?
It's exactly that. It's nice to have like a bit of variation, although it's like, it's a lot of these songs are a lot harder to play live because they're kind of a bit more delicate. It's like previously, I think we wrote the song on the first record. The other difference is that we wrote the songs like ages before we recorded them, and they were all already being played live. And so we knew how they felt to play live. And with these ones, like the stuff that you do if you record it before you play it, that when you go to play it, you're like, oh, this is really hard. And it's been a process to learn how to play the songs.
When you get together to rehearse something that you haven't played live before, it sounds to me like the songs surprise you when you try to present them that way. Is that a good way to look at it?
Kind of, yeah. I think we they just kick our butts a little bit there. And it's also trickier because instead of comparing like a song in your head and then you flesh it out together and then you play it live, it's like you're listening to an idealized version of yourself, which is like the one on the album that's like perfectly mixed and like all the best takes, and then you play it live and you're like, oh, we're bad, we're not a good band. But But then sorry, when you first start rehearsing it, and then it gets better. You
Well,
gotta practice.
I saw you guys, I think it was last year. All the years are running together now with our current situation, but it was at the Rumba Cafe here in Columbus. And I assure you,
Ah,
it was a wonderful show and I had a great time. And we'll talk about the fact that you guys in New Zealand are able to actually play live shows again. We'll get to that here in a minute. Might I bother you for another song first?
yeah, I think I could do another one. We're
Okay.
good to go.
All right. What are you going to play?
I'll play "Dying to Believe." I think it's not. It's normally it's full band, so I'm trying to play the good bits. But we'll see how we go. Nailed it. Such a pity I can't be bold enough to. I heard eruption, I won't try to interrupt. You are high and mighty and unlikely to listen. These days I'm struggling to stay my own reflection. It always looks backwards from the way that I imagine. Go easy, you know it is you want to fight, and you lose every match instead of life. It pains me, but I smile bravely. I'm dying to believe you want me to get me. I'm sorry for the way that I can't hold conversations. It's such a fragile thing to try to support the weight of. It's not that I don't think that my point of view is valid. It's just that I can't stand the sound of my own patterns. They always look backwards from the way that I imagine. So easy, you know what it is you want to fight, and you're losing every match instead of life. It pains me, but I smile bravely. I'm dying to believe you want me to get me. This is normally a really cool bass line that I can't play. Trying, though I know it isn't right, I'm still trying. With the tension running high and the temp rising, though I know it isn't right, I'm still trying. And the there was a way that you would wait on me. 6 months ago, so I could hardly breathe. Now I'm not up for yeah. Go easy, you know it is a fight, and you're losing every match instead of life. It bends me, but I smile for the heat. I'm dying to believe you want me to take me.
That was amazing, and I'm getting a lot of hearts coming up from the bottom of the screen, which is a good thing.
That's good.
The people are happy, and they're watching all over the world, including I see some people in your native land checking in as well, where it's Tuesday morning. Now, hello to New Zealand. I've always wanted to visit. I know we pestilence-ridden Americans are not allowed there right now, and for good reason, but someday it is my goal to visit your native land. For one thing, I love the music, and you guys, because you did such a great job with the pandemic, have been able to play live. If I'm not mistaken, didn't you play the first live show, the Beths, in New Zealand when things were allowed? Did that actually happen?
It's not exactly that simple. We didn't play the first live show, but we played a big show kind of like right after restrictions eased, because there was like it's much less it's much less it's a bit, you know, it's like there was a ramp down. We have levels, so when we went to level 2 there was some very small socially distanced shows, which we can't really do, but we did a big show once we got to level 1, which was kind of like normality, where there's no social distancing and things like that. And that was really great and really like euphoric, and it was kind of amazing. We had kind of 2 or 3 months of just what felt like normal life in New Zealand and normal gigs and everything, which was really special. We actually, like, in the last month and a half, we've had like a little there was a few cases, and it's been contained and it's working its way down, and we're nearly back. The rest of the country, it just got announced, is back at normality today at level 1, but Auckland, which is the big city that I live in, is at level 2 for a little bit longer with some more restrictions. But you know, the cases are, you know, we're talking like 1 or 2 cases a day, and they're already kind of contained. So hopefully we'll get back there. I don't know. We're hoping.
I just shake my head because I don't really want to go into it, but the numbers here are quite a bit bigger than that, and we are a long way away from being able to do safe live concerts as we remember them. I'm just trying to get a sense of your and the band's emotions, the audience's emotions, as you were able to play a real big gig in your native country after all this time. What did it feel like? I would get the chills.
Yeah, like you say, like it did really feel like the whole country was like riding a super high, and this gig, like it was like 1,000 people all just like in a crowded venue, and we sold all the tickets out within like 6 days or something, just because I think there was this real like sense of just joy, I think, because I think you just never know if it's going to be like a slow, like, when everybody's tired. But what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that the moment that everything was safe and live music was available again, everybody like really dove into it and wanted to get out and see everybody, and like wanted to go out and see shows. And maybe it'll be different this time for us this time around, because we know that it's not forever. But I hope that when things are safe again in the States, that it's the same, that everybody is just joyfully going out and appreciating things that maybe before you wouldn't have really taken for granted. I know I certainly did take kind of live music for granted. I never will again.
You know, it's like, I'm sure it's the same for you and the people watching. It's like a nutrient that I've been deprived, and my life is not as rich right now because I can't go out and see shows. And you're right. I mean, sometimes you have to lose something before you appreciate it as much as you should. And it's, believe me, you'll get it. Maybe we'll have you over here for the first concert in America. How about that?
Oh, that would be great. But I'm sure it would be local things, which might be nice too, because that's what it's been for us. Like, because so we can't have any touring acts, it's nice to just have a focus on kind of local music, and maybe it'll feel the same for you where you are in Columbus.
Absolutely, and we have so many great local bands here in Central Ohio that there will be no shortage of great shows when we're able to do them again. And I know you guys are going out in October in your country. Will you be streaming any of those shows so we can have a peek?
We've got plans to stream. We haven't announced anything yet. We in November is our final big show for the year in our hometown in Auckland. And we're planning to kind of like film it real good and then maybe stream it a week later or something like that.
I think that is a wonderful idea. Please do. I'm going to let Richard have the final word. I saw a question pop up on my screen that he wants to know what your favorite bird is. Is there some significance to that, or do you have a favorite bird?
Yeah, New Zealand. So New Zealand has maybe you don't know this about New Zealand, because we don't have any native mammals apart from like a couple of bats. because so all we have are birds. That are only like birds and lizards and bugs. So not all birds, but birds are kind of like they occupy this great space. You can see these are some of our great
Oh,
native birds.
that's what the question. So which one's your favorite? Right there?
Oh, they're all great. This one is like Kiraru's great. It's like one that you can at the moment they're doing a big count for 10 days. So every time you see a Kiraru, which is not uncommon in kind of the suburbs, if there's big trees, you're meant to like register it on a website. And this is the tui, which is kind of like you'll see in the cities, not uncommonly, and they're really great. They're just like they have a beautiful sound. What was the question? Favorite bird? I don't know. But we have a vote every year called Bird of the Year, where it's like a national vote for like a bird to be the Bird of the Year. And we as a band have all chosen a favorite each, and then we're going to have a small primary election to figure out who to back this year. But also Richard is our flatmate, so he always asks this. Damn it, Richard. No comment.
I get the gist of what you're saying, and I love Bird of the Year, and that's a great band name too. I'm just saying, if somebody wants to take it, I think Bird of the Year is pretty cool. All right, well, you've been too kind with your time at an early hour on Tuesday morning in New Zealand. The album again is called Jump Rope Gazers. It's out now on Car Park. Pick it up. It is wonderful. And make sure you get Future Me Hates Me as well. And then you've got the companion pieces. And I recommend driving around with those records blaring and blasting because they sound wonderful in the car too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Beth, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Everyone who checked in as well and watched. I'm sorry that I didn't get to any more than just the bird question. I was afraid I was going to somehow turn Instagram off if I started fumbling around with it anymore. So we appreciate you so much watching. And I'm hoping by next year you can come over and play for us. That's the hope.
I would love that. That would be great.
All right. You take care. Have a good New Zealand tour this spring. And we will talk to you again soon.
All right. Thanks. Thanks for having me. Have a good rest of the day.